Welcome back to the cryptoworld channel, everyone. My name is Josh, and right now, if Bitcoin breaks this price level just here, then that will confirm a new signal that usually only flashes at the beginning of major Bitcoin bull runs. But in the shorter term, we do have some warning signals to pay attention to, which I'll be talking more about later in the video, so definitely watch to the end. First of all, starting off on the 3-day Bitcoin chart, taking a look at the super trend indicator, which just recently flipped green for the first time since 2021. And I spoke more about this bullish signal in my last video that I posted yesterday on this channel, because just yesterday we saw a 3-day candle close actually confirming this bullish signal. And historically speaking, when this indicator flips into the green on the 3-day time frame, it means that we still have quite a lot more green to go, historically speaking. But if you zoom out to the weekly Bitcoin chart using the same indicator, obviously this tells a slightly different story, because this indicator on the weekly time frame takes a little longer to actually change trends, so to flip from green to red or from red to green. And so as you can see right here, even though on the 3-day time frame this indicator has confirmed a bullish reversal signal on the 3-day chart, once again on the weekly time frame we need to actually break above around 22.2k in order to get that same bullish reversal signal here on the weekly time frame. And what's interesting is if you zoom all the way out here on the weekly Bitcoin chart, taking a look at this indicator, you can see just how accurate this indicator is. For example, all the way back here in 2014 to 2015, this indicator remained red while we were in that bear market, all the way up until after the bear market had just bottomed out. And at that point where the Bitcoin price was recovering out of the 2014 to 2015 bear market and entering into the next major bull market, we obviously saw this super trend indicator confirm a bullish reversal signal here on the weekly time frame towards the end of 2015. And this indicator remained green all the way up until the exact bull market top. And basically just after the bull market top, this indicator confirmed a bearish reversal signal and stayed in the red throughout all of 2018 up until early 2019, where it obviously flipped into the green again, confirming another bull run throughout the first half of 2019. And then it flipped red again during late 2019 and stayed red throughout that entire March 2020 crash, all the way up until around mid to late 2020. It flipped green again at that point, just before the next major bull market. And now keep in mind, when this indicator flips between green and red, it does not do that at the exact bottom or exact top. For example, it usually flips from red back into green after we've already seen the bottom and a decent recovery, especially here on the weekly time frame. And then it flips back into the red after we've already seen the top and we've perhaps already had a bit of a crash. And so this indicator is not designed to predict exact bottoms or tops. What it is used for is to obviously tell us whether we're about to enter a larger bullish trend on the larger time frames, so like a bull market, for example, or even just a smaller bull run that's still visible on the weekly chart, for example, like early 2019. Or on the flip side, if we're about to enter more of a bear market time period, or at least a time in the market where obviously prices are not so bullish, like late 2019 and early 2020. And so once again, this indicator has already confirmed a bullish reversal signal on the 3-day time frame, but if we are to see this same signal out to the weekly time frame, we need to see a break above 22.2k in order to get that massive bullish reversal signal for the weekly Bitcoin chart. And obviously I'll be sure to keep you up to date on all of this in these videos each day, and also in real time as well over on my Twitter. So if you don't follow me over there already, make sure you're doing that. The link is down below in the description and in the pinned comment. But anyway, if you zoom into the slightly shorter term here on the 1-day Bitcoin chart, as you can see, the price of Bitcoin at the time of recording this video is still running into this golden pocket range of resistance, coming into play in between around 20.9k to 21.2k approximately. So at least for now, that is still the resistance that I'm paying attention to. But if we see a confirmed break above 21.2k with a daily candle close, for example, then in that case, the next point of resistance that I'll be watching are still sitting at 22.7k and 25.2k. And as for support levels, we could find a little bit of short-term support at the lower side of this golden pocket right here at around 20.9k, but below that we have some more support on the daily time frame at around 19.7 to 19.8k, and below that level we have even more significant support down towards around 18.6 to 18.7k. And obviously, like I've been saying for a while now on this channel, this trend on the daily time frame is still obviously a bullish trend. So in terms of the trend right here, I am still remaining bullish, but of course the daily Bitcoin RSI is still extremely overbought, which does potentially pose a risk of forming a possible bearish divergence over the next 1 to 2 weeks. For example, we could end up seeing some higher highs in the price and easily form some lower highs in the RSI, considering how high up the RSI is right now. But I explained all of that in more detail in my last video, so if you missed that video, definitely check it out. And now if you zoom into the shorter term here on the 1 hour Bitcoin chart, just in the imminent short term, we've seen a bit of a bearish divergence form over the last 1 to 2 days. And already since this short-term bearish divergence confirmed around half a day ago, we've seen a very small short-term cool-off, which is basically just a pause from this bullish trend that we've seen over the last 1 to 2 weeks. And on top of this very small bearish divergence here on the 1 hour Bitcoin chart, we also have a bearish divergence confirmed here on the 4 hour Bitcoin chart, which basically means we're due to see reduced bullish momentum over the next 1 to 2 days or so, which means I wouldn't actually expect a massive amount of bullish price action within the next 1 to 2 days. And instead, I would mostly be expecting either continued sideways price action, if not a slight pullback over the next 1 to 2 days. Basically a pause from this bullish trend once again. But as always, this doesn't necessarily mean that the bullish trend is over, because for example, here on the 1 hour time frame, we've seen multiple bearish divergences throughout this bullish trend, and all these have meant for the price of Bitcoin throughout this bullish trend is that we're due to see at least a bit of a pause from the trend, which have mostly been playing out in sideways price action for around 1 day or so before the trend continued on with more bullish price action. So like I just said, I do continue to expect a bit more of a pause from the bullish trend, perhaps over the next 1 to 2 days before potentially the trend continues on, considering there is no bearish reversal signals in terms of this bullish trend right now here on the daily time frame. So in terms of the trend, we are still looking bullish. But anyway, now getting into the Ethereum part of this video, this right here is the daily ETH to US dollar chart. And right now, obviously the price of ETH is still playing out this breakout, this active breakout from this ascending triangle pattern with a technical price target just underneath 1.7k. So as I've been saying on this channel, ever since this point right down here, I am still targeting towards this price range in between around 1650 to 1.7k, and so far the price of ETH has gotten within around $50 of this technical price target. And so obviously congrats to those of you who have been watching my videos over the last 1 to 2 weeks. If you took this trade, you've obviously done very well so far. And personally, let's just say if I took this trade, I would at the very least move my stop loss up to my entry price, but ideally move my stop loss into some sort of profit zone, so that even in the worst case scenario, let's just say if this is a giant fake out, we never actually make it to this price target, and instead the price just dumps immediately back to the downside, that of course would be the worst case scenario for a long position. And even in that case, if you have a stop loss in a profit area, so a stop loss above the entry zone for a long position, then that would essentially secure profits even in that potential worst case scenario. Obviously, the stop loss would stop you out of the trade in profits if it's above your entry price. But it's important to mention that that is not personal financial advice for you. That is just letting you know what I usually do for breakout trades like this in order to protect profits. And obviously, in terms of the trend here on the daily time frame, this has not changed since my last few videos. So we're still in a bullish trend here on the daily ETH chart. And the same can be said about the daily Ethereum RSI, although obviously this is still very overbought, which once again poses a risk of a potential bearish divergence forming perhaps over the next 1 to 2 weeks, considering it would be fairly easy to make higher highs in the price while making lower highs in this RSI RSI, considering how high up the RSI is right now on the daily time frame. And now if you zoom into the shorter term, this right here is the 4-hour ETH to US dollar chart, and just recently we have confirmed another small bearish divergence here on the 4-hour ETH chart, because obviously we have confirmed higher highs in the price action in the candle closes, but lower highs in the 4-hour Ethereum RSI, which once again means that we're due to see a bit of a pause from this bullish trend, basically reduced bullish price action over the next 1 to 2 days before potentially continuing the bullish trend later on, considering that is what we've been seeing time and time again throughout this bullish trend. So once again, in terms of the trend, I am still bullish because we don't actually have any significant bearish reversal signals for this trend as of right now, but just over the next 1 to 2 days, we're most likely going to see perhaps some sideways price action, maybe a slight pullback, but most likely some sideways price action before continuing the trend later on, like these previous examples once again. And now, if you want to know how to maximize your profits in crypto, no matter if the price is in a bullish trend, in a downtrend, or simply chopping around sideways, then make sure to check out these videos popping up right here on your screen. The video in the top left shows you how to make money if the price is either trending bullish or trending bearish, and the video in the bottom left shows you how to make money in crypto if the price is chopping around sideways. But anyway, that's everything that I have to say for today. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video.